table was beyond conversation and talking about different ideas for conversation groups or thematic groups. So Todd had given us a framework and to think about this, and some things that came out from our conversation was that we undeniably believe in the power of and positive impact in terms of groups and the psychosocial impacts that they achieve for our clients. We discussed a lot about how groups can be set up, and maybe they should be set up, to take on a rich life outside of the programs and the facilitators that start them. Some ideas that came from our discussion. What else could you try to do besides a conversation? We just were really getting started, but we talked about everything from book clubs, music groups, improv, and how that might help, the use of movie shorts and TED Talks to spark discussion. We had a conversation about the creative arts, and perhaps one starting step is we all need to learn more about the creative arts and how we ourselves think about the visual arts. One of the quotes that stood out in my mind from the undergraduates that we were lucky to have at our table was that the arts and crafts are not created equal, and there really is a difference, and some of their research is showing that in terms of the types of language that results in those activities. We spent a fair bit of time talking about how there's a real difference between groups and tracking the psychosocial outcomes versus being just as savvy and finessed about measuring communication and life participation and language outcomes even in those groups. We concluded that we're still getting started. We have a lot to learn in terms of goal writing, goal setting, and bringing our clinical skills to bear when we are looking at these types of larger groups. We said that we really need to build that capacity in our collective ability as LPAA practitioners to create more of a groundswell of support for LPAA, but then to translate that out into specific interventions and programs that we see happening. I wanted to talk about a few resources that we threw out at the table. The Live cards, everybody's been hearing about that, so we're very fortunate to have Katerina Haley here. Also wanted to make a plug for the Aphasia project and their project on the 100 goals that they have collected from LPAA practitioners and aphasia practitioners and clustered them by different types of outcome that you're looking to achieve. If you haven't seen this already, I just want to tell you how useful that was.
Don't go to your back page.
Don't go to the back page? No, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything.
Don't miss anything huge, but don't go to your back page.
Not going to the back page.